Going in on Travis Hunter, going and taking you.
Of taking the field, Shador and Shiloh here at Folsom Field.
I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type.
She's a girl. There's a lot of stuff that could be happening in the stand.
I just want you to be careful, man. Nah, yeah, I said it. Be careful.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and I'm back again with another video. So we're talking about Travis Hunter again, and again, it's not about football. Okay? Again, it's not about football. So as you guys know, I recently covered the situation that happened with Travis Hunter and his fiance at his last home senior game, in which he led the team to a win. I believe, if I remember correctly, it was 52-0.
I think Travis clinched the Heisman with his performance. I think he made a lot of people aware of how ignorant there was with the Thorpe. His performance today, what he had, 3 touchdowns, 100 yards, and an interception.
And after the game, when he approached his girlfriend, she very much gave him like a get off me, I don't want to talk to you type of energy, knowing that all of these things were going to be recorded and that it was possibly going to, make it to TV.
Of taking the field, Shador and Shiloh here at Folsom Field.
Now, after I covered that video, I also talked about the fact that the two of them had a, kind of like a conversation where she was trying to save face after that situation, in which she was basically trying to say like, one of the rules within the relationship is the fact that, they don't discuss their problems in public or whatever the case is.
Baby, you go. Rule number 1.
Rule number 1?
What's the rules we have in a relationship?
Rule number 1, always talk in private if we have a problem with something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever she was saying, I made it very clear. It doesn't matter what the issue was. It don't matter if you had a stomach ache. It don't matter if you had a headache or a problem. Whatever situation took place within that time, it should have been left for closed doors, especially because, not only because of other people in your business, but just genuinely, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for, Travis Hunter to experience. And so she should have had all grievances to the side and decided that, I'm going to focus on this moment and genuinely be here and support him.
Ask me how I'm doing, I'm blessed. Yes, living every moment, no. An incredible last memory.
Now, comedian Godfrey actually just went viral for giving Travis Hunter, advice on him, quote unquote, being careful. And Travis Hunter did not like anything that Godfrey actually had to say.
It goes out to Travis Hunter. Listen, Travis, I just want you to be careful, man. Nah, yeah, I said it. Be careful. Congratulations on your engagement. But, man, you might have to disengage because it's something about this woman, man. The way she was talking she was talking like she was really that chick. Listen. You love who you love. Facts. Okay, I got that. That's all logical, but something ain't right. I just watched that dumb video of you guys in those matching pajamas that bugged me. And she was like dogging you, going, yeah, he wasn't my type. I was like, he wasn't my type.
It wasn't my type.
And then we went to this party and then we fell in love. I think, personally, I don't know when you all dated, with high school, I don't give a but when she found out your stats, bro, that's when I think she was like, oh, I love him.
Now, after Godfrey made this post on social media, Travis Hunter responded in a comment, and this is what he had to say. Travis Hunter says, you know her? No, so don't speak on my relationship. You old as move on with your life. Now, this is a problem, right? This is the problem. When a lot of these, younger people in general, like young people have the hardest head. Like you can tell them over and over again that the stove is hot, but until they are able to go out there and put their hand on the stove and it burn them, like sometimes these younger people just have to learn the hard way. And, before I even get into what Godfrey said, especially when you are a young athlete with a promising future, right? Bad enough if you even a bench warmer, okay? You can keep that bench as hot as all get out and you still will have problems of people being with you for, the wrong reasons. But also when you are a young athlete, a promising player, right? You have to protect yourself even more. And, you know, even at that same game when Deion Sanders was actively running away from his ex-wife, you know, you don't want that to be you running away in the future. And so, especially when young men are out here, there's going to be older men who have, been through things, who can spot the red flags, far away, who are going to try to provide some kind of insight, that maybe you're unable to see. And you just have to take it with a grain of salt. Like, if you use the information, great. If you don't, cool. But at least you need to be accepting of this information. Hear it. Not everybody has to be there in your personal life to see red flags. And maybe if a lot of people are all saying the same things, and maybe there's some truth to some things that are being said.
Young man, look, and I'm speaking from experience. If she can't keep it at the house, you're going to have to teach her. You're definitely going to have to like teach her and let her know that that's not okay. That's definitely not okay. And like I said, once again, speaking from experience, I know you in love, all of that, I get it, but you cannot compromise your masculinity and your leadership in no regards. And this is just the beginning.
I think the point that's being made is that if all these people do not know this woman and they all have a certain ideology based off of something that happened, then, maybe you just need to just check what's going on and rearrange things that could be out of place. Again, I did speak on the fact of their age and maybe that there's maturity in place, but there's a lot of things that have come out after that situation, including the interview or, the sit-down talk that her and Travis had, where she was very vocal about the fact that she was never attracted to him and she did not want to be in a relationship with him.
I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months, and then finally I answered him. But I didn't want to be nothing. I just wanted to just be friends. Like, we could be friends. And then after I finally answered him on Instagram, then we texted for like
a long
time. Like another 2 months. And then he was friend zoned because I didn't like. He was like, "Am I friend zoned?" I was like, "Yes." I was not into him. And then finally, I had to go to a friend's birthday dinner, and I didn't want to go by myself. So he was like, "Oh, I'll go with you." And then he went with me, and then we was in love.
Now, let me say this, right? I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong for a woman, making a man wait or, not being so thirsty at the drop of a hat when a man, just slides into their DMs. Right. I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with that. So I want to be very clear about what I'm saying, especially as a young woman, right? Like, if you're so easy to respond to a DM when you're not in a relationship, when you are in a relationship, you might lean to those same exact tactics. So that in and of itself is not inherently wrong. However, okay, this always goes back to the video I made years ago that, a real certified PIMP talked and said, get with the girl who likes you, not with the one you like.
The most important lesson I've learned? Mess with the chick that like you, not the one you like.
Because, again, whenever a woman is in the seat and a man is the one who is kind of like fanning her flame or more in love with her or more obsessed with the chase with the relationship than she is, there is a problem.
Yeah, we was in love ever since then. Like, we hung out the next weekend.
Yeah. Right? That is the beginning of the disaster of happy wife, happy life. And he keeps on getting on the internet. And the longer she speaks, the more we are realizing that she is the center of whatever it is that he has going on. She is the boss in the relationship. And right now, he might not see the danger of that and how that can affect him in the future. But again, a lot of people who've been there, done that can clearly see it. In that same sit down with the pajamas on, she said, he said that she got upset with him because he went to practice or whatever and he took too long.
I come home from practice, she mad. What you mad at?
Because he took too long.
Like, what? I took too long and I had to practice. That ain't my fault. I had to practice.
Whatever, I don't know.
That same level of upset that she's getting that he went to practice and took too long, she's not going to be complaining when she's buying a Birkin, when she's, doing all these things. When she has the money to spend, it's not going to be a problem. But this man is actively, he needs to be in a space to have no stress and focus on his career. He shouldn't be at practice talking about, oh, you know, I need to hurry up and go home before my girl gets mad, when he needs to be focusing on things that are going to lead him into the greatest direction of his career. Especially at this age and stage in the game. He's not even at the NFL yet.
Right.
So how are you going to act when the practices are more intense and more lengthy?
Right.
These are the things that people are saying, like, okay, Travis, don't be mad at us, but this is a blinking red flag.
Depending on day, most hard days, you know, you practice anywhere from like 2.5 hours. But once you got into training camp, the schedule was very intense. I remember coming in as a rookie with the Jaguars and got hurt. When I was hurt, I would get to the facility at 5 in the morning. I wouldn't leave till 10 o'clock at night. And that's getting rehab, that's going to breakfast, going to meetings, going to more meetings, getting ready for practice, going to practice, getting out of practice, eating, having more meetings, going to go lift weights, probably do another walkthrough, go to more meetings, go eat dinner, have some more meetings, and then go home for the night.
There was a conversation that she actually had in which she broke down, you know, how they met and, you know, what age.
The first thing that ever stood out to me about Travis was that he never tried to change me at all. So, like I said, I met him in college. He was in high school, and I obviously, like, I was in the middle of outgrowing, like, partying, but I still partied a lot. And I don't know if y'all know this, but he doesn't drink at all. Like, even though he's legal to drink, he doesn't drink. And I'm Hispanic, so I have tequila, like, in my veins. So I drink. I don't drink a lot, but I drink. And I used to party and stuff. And he would literally drive me, sit outside for hours while I'm inside, like, partying, and then take us home. Like, he never tried to be like, oh, just because I drink, you can't drink, or you can't hang out with your friends, or you can't, you know, be young. He never, ever tried to change me. He let me do me. And also, that was a time where a lot, and he doesn't, like, mess with that at all. But he never told me, like, oh, you can't do that. Like, just don't do it around me. Even though, like, I cut it off cold turkey when I met him because, like, I knew he didn't like it. But he would tell me, like, if you don't want to, like, you don't have to. Like, I'm not going to try to change you. So he never tried to change who I was, which, like, I appreciated because I've dated people in the past that did try to change me, whether it's my personality or things I did. Or, like, oh, you can't go out with your friends. You have to stay here with me. But, yeah, that was a huge, like, indicator of, like, why I really, really liked him because he never tried to change me.
Red flag. Okay? The biggest red flag is...
I know. So you inside partying, doing God knows what with God knows who. And he out there in the car waiting. He's young, man. And I didn't realize she's older than him. So I didn't realize that either.
Is, again, you know, sometimes when you're a little bit younger and green, you know, you think that you, again, know it all. You think you have all the answers. But this is how it seemed like to me. He was in high school. She was in college. And it seemed like he was like, oh, you know, I got this college girl. You know, she older. She got her, you know, whatever going on and stuff like that. And was, you know, looking at it in that capacity as a man. Nothing wrong with that, right? If he sees something that he want to pursue and he goes for it, cool. But when he got to know this girl, she did a lot of the things that he did not like. And again, just like I said before, because of the fact that, you know, he was super attracted to her, super into her, or the idea of who she was, he allowed a lot of the things that he doesn't agree with to slide. Right. Whereas maybe if a girl had liked him more, he would have put his foot down and been like, nah, I don't like this. I don't like that. Right. And the girl would have immediately adapted to the situation because, again, she was more into him than he was into her. In this situation, it's the opposite. You have this girl who's maybe a little bit older than you, maybe the same age, I'm not sure, but she's obviously in a higher grade. She's drinking, she's smoking, she's doing all this stuff. And she says that she knew that you were the one because you did not try to change her. That's a problem. Like, that's a problem. Because there were clearly things about her that needed to change, but she liked that you didn't establish dominance in the relationship. So that means I could do what I want to do. I'm the boss. Again, my way or the highway, and he just got to get down with what I say and what I do. And if he don't, then oh well.
Yeah.
That is not something to admire about a relationship, about the fact that, you know, even if there is pockets or things that you need to adjust in yourself, you know, I could do better by myself, so he can't tell me nothing. That's a major red flag.
The second thing that really stood out with Travis was actually one time we were laying in bed. We woke up. This was only like maybe 2 months, 3 months into our relationship, we were laying in bed, and he literally gave me his phone. He woke up one morning. He had like a dream about, I don't know what it was, but he had a dream. He woke up the next morning, handed me his phone. He was like, can you please go on my Instagram and unfollow every girl but you and his cousins and mom? And that like shocked me because I never had a significant other who like didn't care to follow other girls or even friends or something, and he just didn't want to. He was like, I don't want to look at no girls but you, which obviously I respected. So that was kind of like, I don't know, like a huge green flag to me. And it was like, okay, you're serious about our relationship, instead of like, oh, I'm just here for the moment, or while I'm with you, I'm gonna look at other girls. And some people think like social media is like, oh, it doesn't matter, it's just Instagram. But like, to me, I don't think it is like that, because I know how girls are, and you know, girls like, oh my god, he liked my picture or this, and while having a girlfriend and now fiance, it's a really bad look. So having that happen so early on, like I never had to deal with that like I had to in past relationships. And I know people may be like, oh, like that's insecure on your part, but I feel like everybody has insecurities, and that was always one of mine. But with Travis, I never had to have that insecurity because he shut it down so early.
I hate to say it, you know, this boy know how to ball. He got it on the field, but you know, sometimes you'd be so laser focused in one aspect of your life that you don't see the points that you could learn in other aspects. And in this particular situation, it's like you are literally, you know, giving her, we're going to use football, okay? You are taking the football off your body and handing it to her and saying, you hold it.
Wow, this is deep, man. I'm going to end it right here. This is Reva TV. Yeah, he's young. He's a young, what? I think he's still in his teens. Can he drink? I don't even think he can drink yet. I don't even think he can drink yet. How old is Travis Hunter? Let me see how old he is now. I think he's probably like maybe 20 years. I don't think he can drink yet. Let me see. Better find now. How old is football player Travis Hunter?
21 years old.
Okay, so he's 21. He just became a legal. He's 21 years old. Okay. He's going to the NFL, hands down, he is. Um, I hate to bring race into it, but I'm going to go ahead and bring race into it. And it's two parts before I get into the race part. First part is this. Most athletes are so into, to be this, the one of the top guys in college football, he had to been playing football since he was a little boy. You know, what they call it, little league, you know. Not, you know what I'm saying, the little small, what they call it, Pop Warner, whatever. He was been playing since he was elementary. A lot of times these football stars, they've been playing football since they were in elementary school, middle school, high school, of course. They don't really, they focus on practices and games and stuff like that, staying focused. Nobody really tells them how to deal with women. So when they start dating, they be Google-eyed, and they have no game. They have no antennas on what to look for in a woman. You know, they don't realize that you're the prize because you're the football star, and they kind of just fall. That's why a lot of women, a lot of gold diggers like athletes because they game goofy. They don't realize that they're getting played. That's why a lot of gold diggers would like to go after football players and athletes. That's why the All-Star game be full of women because they know a lot of these athletes have millions of dollars to at access, but they have no game. They don't know. They don't see a bad woman when she's in front of them. They can't see that this woman ain't right. She too, you know what I'm saying? They just gonna be just infatuated. Oh, she's pretty. That's the only thing athlete. She's pretty and she got a big old booty. You know, look up. She got a, you know, she's shaped like an 8. You know what I'm saying? She got that full figure. You know, they just in all of the aesthetics. They're not seeing this chick ain't right. She ain't, something about her ain't right. She's selfish. She's cold. She ain't gonna have my back. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these young cats don't see that, especially these athletes. They don't see that. And that's why they are easy prey for gold diggers. And another thing, I'm gonna go into the race part 2, the second part is brothers, for some reason, when they get something other than black, they hold it up in the air. And I think she knows that. This probably maybe been his first girl he probably has ever dated outside of he's young. He's probably always dated maybe black girls, and this is probably his first girl he's ever dated outside his race. So he feels like he has to jump through hoops for her because she's Latina. And she probably picked up on that. Like she probably asked, "Am I your first Latina?" Yeah, yeah, yeah. He probably told her, yeah. So she, oh, I got him. He gonna kiss my ass. He gonna do whatever I say. I can go, he outside of, she's at a party, he's outside sitting in the car while she partying. You don't think she in that party getting mudded out while he in the car waiting? Come on now. And tattoos are a dead giveaway. I always tell young fellas, don't take a woman who has tattoos seriously. It just women for the most part. I've never seen a down chick with tattoos. I rarely have seen that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, especially when she's all sleeved up. That's just no. That's not the chick you wife up. That's not the chick you wife up. Play with her a little bit, have a little fun with her, but don't take her seriously. But yeah, she knows that she's running a relationship, and she's right. And I learned this later in life too. Get you a woman who's really into you, not the one that you like. Get a woman that's really into you, that you know likes you, and you cuff her. Because the woman that you chasing, and she knows that you. I've been in that situation with a girl. I know. I felt the energy. This chick don't like me, but I felt like if I just keep doing, kissing her ass and taking her out and doing this, then I always end up finding out it ain't gonna happen. You gonna be in the friend zone. You're gonna keep kissing my ass. You ain't gonna get nowhere. You're gonna keep paying for dinners. And I've always end up finding out the dude that's hitting it, the guy that she was letting hit, ain't had to do none of that shit. You know why? Because she liked him. Real shit, man. That's why they always tell guys don't date. Don't date. Because she got your ass dating her and spending money dating, and the guy that she really like ain't doing none of that shit. Take a woman out that you know like you. Because if you say, hey, baby, let's go to the park. Okay, let's go to the park. She just want to be around you because she like you. Anyway, what y'all think about this video? Leave your comments. It's Swagger Charles on there as well. Hit the thumbs up button.